Do you know how much is in your bank account today? Or how much is your net worth? Let's assume that your net worth today is $1 million, which is way more than most people in this world. If I add 100 boxes like this, it will make $100 million. And if I add another 900 boxes like this, it will add up to $1 billion. Just imagine Elon Musk has $230 billion worth today. And Warren Buffett has $116 billion. Both of them are self-made billionaires. In fact, most of the billionaires and wealthy people that you see today are self-made. They started from nothing. So what do these people know that we don't? All of our lives we have been taught to cut down our spendings, cut down on the credit card debt that we have, pay off all the mortgage that we have. And once we do that, we will have a very content living. Money has always been taught to us to have a role of a villain. In fact, most of the wealthy people around us are thought to be evil. Have we been manipulated in some way? Let me share with you some principles that I learned the hard way across my career of 11 years in MNCs globally. Please consider subscribing to our channel as your engagement helps the YouTube find us better. I started my career as a chartered accountant 12 years ago with only one goal in mind. Save enough so that I can have the freedom and flexibility to enjoy my life, so that I have time to travel the world and never have to worry about my finances again. But little did I know that I was wired to think this way. And although I was working for one of the best MNCs of this world, my goal changed gradually as time passed. As I started climbing the corporate ladder, my goals changed. I wanted more growth, a better job title, a better designation, and a better work environment. In short, my relationship to my goals and money changed. As I went down this path most of us lose track on. So the first money lesson that we need to learn is how to define our relationship to money. What is the end game? Where do we put a full stop and stop being greedy? Everyone has life goals. Just write them down in the start so you don't get distracted. That may be a financial number in your bank account, or the concept of FIRE that you aim to retire early in your career. Maybe you want to build a business of your own and leave a legacy when you retire. Whatever it is, just write it down and start working towards it. And every single day, just aim to refine that strategy so that you don't get distracted and you work towards your plan. Naval Ravikant said, "You will get rich by giving society what it wants, but does not yet know how to get." The second lesson that I've learned over time is that you cannot generate wealth unless you are adding value to this world. Money is a byproduct of the skills of the value that you add to the people and the society around you. It might be a skill that you have, or it might be a solution of a problem that is existing around you. Basically, that solution needs to address a dire problem around us. Now that I recall, my first business startup was an idea that was already being done by so many people. It was not unique. I just wanted to step on the bandwagon. And since there were no services that set my business apart, it could not grow, and ultimately I had to wrap it up. What I learned was that even if your business solution is not new, it has to have that unique aspect to it so that it adds value to the people around you. Next, and very importantly, no matter how much we say that we are not impacted by what others think of us, about what others say about us, or how they feel about us, we as human beings still seek validation. We have a tendency to think and act in the same way as the people around us think and act. The unfortunate truth of this society today is that the people respect you for the designation that you hold. And so you want to keep climbing that corporate ladder just to have a higher social status and more dignity in front of people. If our neighbor buys a new car, there is an urge within us to get a new car also. And if a close relative gets promoted, we do also want somewhere deep inside to get promoted as well. I love that quote from Fight Club saying, "Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need." Now, unfortunately, there is no definitive solution to this, but as long as you have clear goals in your mind, the farther you are from this dilemma. Going through C19 and losing quite a bit of my stock market portfolio, I realized how little importance is given to the need of an emergency fund at any point of time. I mean, nobody has taught me that the first savings I should make should go towards the 6 or 10 months of the fixed expenses I will incur in the next 1 year. And the reason why we are not inclined to building an emergency fund comes from a phenomenon known as hyperbolic discounting, which is tendency to choose smaller, sooner rewards over larger and later reward. So instead of saving the first bit that you get, you are more inclined towards spending it rather than investing it. But the rule of this world is that cash is king, and the credit will get you screwed. Savings alone will make you poor, but compound investing will build your wealth. The fifth lesson is to break the habit of emotional spending. Now, I am a sucker for branded clothes, and I could not resist the temptation of buying new clothes every time the salary hit my bank account. I mean, like, obviously, spending was my problem, but also I was not willing to control it. Then I came across the phenomena of ostrich effect, which is the cognitive bias that causes people to avoid information that they perceive as potentially unpleasant. So I never absorbed the idea of controlling my emotional spending even when I was advised to. And yes, I was advised a lot. The sixth money lesson you're not taught at school is the art of negotiation. I mean, I cannot emphasize the importance enough of this art, which is the most underrated art today. Whenever you're negotiating for a new salary, whenever you're negotiating a financial deal, or you are negotiating your next salary, and you can also relate to it, just count the number of times you have been offered something and you have been defensive about it and took the offer without negotiating. What we have never been taught is that offer is the starting point of a conversation. We need to think, and then we need to negotiate for a better deal. If it makes sense, we can take the offer, or else we can go ahead and look for a better deal. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel so that it can help us bring you more productive content in future. Till next video, have a great day everyone.